Okay, so because I'm just confused about some things, and first off, I want to say that I think Paige is amazing, and she's doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
So, like, none of this really has anything to do with her or something she did or didn't do. But okay, so I guess her name's Andrea.
Yeah.
This has to do with website and some other stuff. Okay, so I don't know if this was the way it was supposed to be, but till this day, I've never spoken to Andrea. So no, never. I've never had one conversation with her. So I guess at first I was a little surprised that she created the website without ever asking me for input. And I understand what you were saying about, using kind of mimicking Dirk's.
Yeah.
But there was just like a little things that really, I don't know. So to me, that was kind of a surprise. So as time went on and Paige and I were working on stuff, then it's like you start to look at it and you go, okay, that doesn't work. There was just a lot of little things that just didn't work well. The other issue that I had was that one of the things I had said was that I needed a calendar link. So, and again, this isn't about that the link isn't there or isn't there. And then Paige and I discussed, and Paige had told me a specific company.
Yeah.
But then what came back was this email of some company I'd never heard of that Andrea selected. And I just kind of thought, well, that's kind of weird. Why is she selecting my calendar company? Again, there's no input from me, but then it wasn't even about, well, she put it on the link and she didn't even put the calendar link on the website. So that was kind of odd. And then as Paige and I were playing with things, then we figured out that the content box for people to email me didn't work. And that has nothing to do with you guys. I was using a provider through my phone company, and I told Paige, I said, okay, I'm going to follow up and see what works. And what I told Paige was that the input I got from people who do this is that it needed to be through G Suite.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted. And FYI, here I found this calendaring system. This is the one I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Paige and I last week we had our conversation, and Andrea picked her own email provider for me. She set it up on her own as info at, and I don't even remember what the name of the thing was. And I asked Paige, I said, where'd the info come from? What happened to my name? And she said, well, this is what Andrea set up. And I said, okay, well, why? Again, I've not had one conversation with Andrea. I said, that's not what I want. I want G Suite. And Paige says, well, I knew that, and I'm trying to do it, but I'm not familiar with this provider. And then I called G Suite, and they said that they no longer have your website. So I checked, and Paige was right. So then we find out it's this company called Billy Host, which I don't know anything about. People in my community know nothing about. Paige wasn't familiar with it. But anyway, so I messaged.
Just where Andrea builds her sites and hosts them.
Okay, but here's my concern, and this is that I just think either she or somebody should communicate that, because here's what happened is it delayed what Paige and I were doing because neither of us knew how to access this Billy Host thing.
Yeah.
But the bigger thing is, so I messaged Billy Host because they don't have a phone number to call. And they messaged me back, through their tech support, and basically said, Andrea's on a photo shoot and she'll get back to you. And I thought, okay, well, but this is what I need. I'm the client. Can you just give me this? Because we couldn't set up G Suite email unless we have this particular code for Billy Host.
Yes.
I messaged them back. And again, they replied the same thing, that Andrea said she would contact you. Okay, I've never heard from Andrea. And I understand I should probably call Paige. But here was my concern, because then Paige sent me an email that said, Andrea said it's going to be too difficult to move it back to GoDaddy. Well, I called GoDaddy and the reason I called them was I said, I have other domains that I purchased that we are eventually going to link to this.
Yeah.
So what happens with those? And in a nutshell, basically what they told me was that I no longer own the web contents that Andrea or this Billy Host does.
No. That's
That
not,
okay.
Yeah.
And that concerned me because I thought, okay, you have a relationship with her, but what if you no longer have a relationship with her? I don't understand how any of that works.
Yeah, understood. So Andre's been building websites for me for 8 years. So it's not as if it's somebody who's just come on my radar.
No, I understand that.
She is very local to here too, and she's been to our house many times. So I know her really well. The last few weeks have just been a bit of a blur for me because we've just had so much going on, but I briefed her extensively about you when her and I met. So she probably thought that she got it because I briefed her really deeply, but I'm super surprised she didn't reach out to you though, because that's just not.
I, till this day, have not had one conversation with Andrea.
I will call her today. Yeah.
I'm going to test out that form again too.
And there's no reason, she sets up her own email version, which is typically what her clients ask for, because it's free. Whereas G Suite, there is a small charge per month. But G Suite, personally, is just like the way to go. Yeah, and then we know how to do that as well. Mm-hmm. And then the situation with Andrea is she gives me domain access all the time anyway. So if she ever went off the planet or something, we as a company can access everything you have and move it over anyway. So that's
okay. Well, yeah, that was my concern, was because I thought, again, I've never talked to her. I didn't know anything. Mm-hmm. And so I'm thinking, well, if you cut your ties with her, then what happens to our stuff?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. And typically we use info at, and the reason is a lot of robots scan a website and steal emails. And if we put more of a personal, info, sales, and admin can't be used by robots, whereas Michele can. So there's a reason to do that for anti-spam. And like if I tried to put you into MailChimp at info at, I can't do that. So a lot of these Autobots, let's say info, sales, and admin are deliberate ones because they can't be plagiarized, if you like. So there's a reason for that. Mm-hmm. But typically what she should do is then forward info at to you. So you would just get it in your normal email box. But from a web perspective, it's like a little bit of a firewall. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See, okay.
Yeah, there's reason for that.
No, and I'm sure there's a reason. Again, you contracted her, and I trust you. So I'm not saying that she's, it was just that, again, none of this was explained. And then Paige and I were trying to do something, and we couldn't because neither of us had access to this information or knew why she did what she did.
Okay. No, I will, as soon as we're done, I'll call her.
Yeah.
Because that's she's just become president of the local chamber of commerce, so I think her workload's just gone a bit nuts this last month because she's been VP for 2 years and now she's just become president. And we do a lot of work with that chamber of commerce. We're doing the executive director's dad's website. Andrew did as well, and we just done their logo and all their marketing, so we know them really well. And let's say Andrea is now the president, which she got us in the door there. So yeah, I'll be calling as soon as we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about this. It's not normal.
No.
Is it?
No.
No, and that's like I said, Paige has been lovely. So
it's funny because she just built a site for a lady called Patricia, who's in the content mastermind too.
Mm-hmm.
Patricia Colby went, I had such a great experience with Andrea. She was lovely, and yeah. So this is.
No, it was just, and again, some of it is like, and Paige knows. When I first got it, I go, okay. I hate scriptive print. And she did the whole thing in scriptive. And Paige goes, oh. And then I go, well, so it's just little things. I know some of it just needed to be.
Very much
like your style.
Your
right?
style.
Yeah.
And I know we used Dirk's template as a kickoff, but that was mainly to save us some money on the back end for you. So
right.
Yeah, there's a number of things Paige and we went through the website this morning, and I just actually, because I haven't looked at it since it was live.
Right.
A number of things on here I'd like to change.
Mm-hmm. Such as, I'm curious.
Okay, so let's.
Let me.
I'll share some.
Because I got input from other people, and that's why I'm asking what you thought. Because there are other people like, yeah, this doesn't work for me. Because I just wanted their input.
Yeah, no, and that's totally fine. I mean, that's all covered. So this, I like the homepage because the ocean is strong, the logo, color palette all works together. And your big call to action is very strong. So
Right.
in terms of web design, I think we're hitting the bases there. How do you feel about that first page?
Most people who looked at it said that they felt that the opt-in was way too big, that it overpowered the rest of the page.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, if I look at, so if I compare you to mine,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm all about, if someone walks into a room and they're 10 foot away from a big screen,
Right.
what does that look like? The other thing too is we've got to consider what it looks like on mobile.
Right.
One sec. If I just drag it. One sec. If we take it right down to, one sec, just bring it up here. What it looks like on mobile. See, that way it's about right on a mobile screen.
Yeah.
So we're always trying to balance, like, and the bulk of traffic now comes via mobile.
Right.
So if we look at it in terms of proportional, on an iPhone, I think it's exactly right. But I could talk to you about changing the coding so it looks not so big on a desktop. Yeah, but I think for mobile, I think it's bang on.
Okay.
Because we just have to have a mobile first strategy. I'm good with these pictures.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we shouldn't have a picture of an older lady. Because this obviously is a lady in her, I don't know, 20s.
Right.
So this lady might be in her early 30s, but you can work with people a lot older than this, right?
Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
So I'd like us to have, obviously you've got the African American, you've got, whoever's eating healthy, but the mind piece could easily be a 40-something-year-old lady.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
so,
I think that.
So I'd like to do that just to sort of benchmark, and it's pretty much any woman you're going to work with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then these are the questions that we ask, because if people have gone this far down and we're trying to come up with those questions, I'm fine with those. I think I'd like to left justify it a bit, and I'd love another picture of you here.
Okay.
So maybe a picture of you, just more of a question. We often have this picture where there's emotion, as if like you're on your iPhone, or you're just, you're just leaning against the wall, as if to say, as if you were having a conversation in the corridor kind of pose.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of white space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if we had a and then Paige would cut it out, so it's there's no background to it, it's just you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Similar to my picture here. I mean, Paige cut this out, so there's no background. But I think in this one, if we just did that on the white background here, I think it would look really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then the answer is here. I'm not in love with this font. I think we could do a better version of the font.
So again, that was, like I said, that was stuff that Andrea had selected. And in all fairness to Andrea too, I know part of the thing was, remember, we took from going from the other format on the other site, which was all white space, right? And so we had to put the words in there. And then, so I understand she was trying to, move it over to this, and now it's a balancing act.
Well, she picked a font. I mean, we deliberately do this. I mean, I really like my font because it just totally works as a brushstroke. And we spend a lot of time picking that. So the idea is right, but I think
it's too narrow.
It doesn't flow for me.
No.
So I'd like to Paige could find a better font than that.
Okay.
Maybe that one we did for Dory.
Oh.
That fourth one we did for Dory that was scripted still, but really solid.
That was when I was still doing script.
When you did, yeah. And that one might work. So that's okay.
Okay.
Obviously this is like the latest blog. And that's always, as soon as there's the latest blog, we'd like to do that. What I'd like to do is when you get,
Can I? Okay. So this was, maybe it's hard to see, but
I can't see it.
Okay, well, we'll send you a screenshot.
Okay.
And then, we'll show you these, see if any of these work. If not, we'll keep working on a font. So typically we have the latest blog here, which is bang on. So just to give you an example. because I've got a number of blogs now, we can show more. Because we only have 3, she's just picked the latest one.
Okay.
So we could do 1, or we can actually make it 3 or 2. And obviously we've got the other ones here. What I like to do is put a feed in here, which is your latest social media post as well. So just in this right-hand side column, so people see you're on Instagram. And then these logos here, which are cool, I think should be in the footer.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So on every page, those logos come up because I can see what she's done, but she just needs a bit more direction. And then we need another call to action in the footer that says sign up, because it's up here. And we should, like, what I love of Lisa's site is that she has a huge call to action at the top, but she also has it in the footer.
Okay.
So I'd like the footer to be more like that. But then to have some social media feed, because like Lisa's got, where is it? She's got, where is her blog? So that's her next event, which just happened. So she's got this blog here, and then she's got 3 other boxes, which are calls to action, but this is her latest blog, which is quite a while ago. But yeah, I'm trying to think, where do we have that Instagram feed?
I think when you go to your blog, it's on the sidebar. I think.
Let's see.
Oh,
No,
we didn't put that there yet. It's the other one though.
Yes. So you see how these columns on the side are all pictorial? This is my Instagram feed. So what I'd like to try and do is get some social feed into this side as well, because we've got a lot of blank space here. So we either go 3 blogs across, or we add in some more social feed.
Okay.
We want to do that. So that's my take on the homepage.
Okay.
I mean, ultimately, I'd like a video on here. We don't have one yet, but the nice thing with the Divi theme is you can drag and drop boxes, and you can put different pieces in as it goes along. So right now we don't have a video, but I would suggest strongly that at some point soon we look at what making a video looks like, and have some kind of introduction to you. So just this guy is genius at these. So straight out the gate, there's a video right there.
Well, hello, friends. Marcus Sheridan here, and I've got big news, exciting news.
So, and it's right there. So if we were able to put something, even taking your pick, have this smaller and have this to one side, or have this as a lower strip and have the video right here, that would be very powerful. So we could do that at some point. So we need to talk about making a video. So then if we go meet Michele. See, I like these here because it gives you a lot of credence, because it shows how much work you've invested in yourself to be able to do that. It's the same picture as the homepage.
Is it?
It's a slightly different angle, but it's still the same outfit.
Well, okay, here, so let me backtrack with the photos. Remember, I think I told you, I paid the lady to do them, and I hated her pictures.
I know.
And the ones she sent me were just awful. So this was like the best of, this is what we do. I am going to have, what's her name, do my photos.
Stacy?
Yes. Yes, I just need to set up a time with her, because she's going to do, it's like an all-day thing, and she actually does hair, makeup, clothes, all of that. So I'm like,
She just did it last week for Donna Sirianni.
Oh.
And so Donna flew to San Diego specifically just to do that photo shoot, and they were fantastic. They were just gorgeous.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's very, very good.
Because Liliana gave me a lady site that Lindsay gave her to look at. And Liliana and I were looking at it before the class the other day, Tuesday. And this lady site, we were both like, okay, yeah, this is it. It's like perfect. And so I have an idea. Alicia Hall, I think was her name.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. I looked at that as well. I think.
No, I think it's with a Y page.
Yeah. Hang on. I definitely looked at this.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks a bit weird on widescreen. It's a bit.
Give me a second.
Yeah, but if you go to her each page, like she has different photos of herself, and so it was like, because we were both talking about what kind of photos we want to do, and
Nice.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, for sure. So we can give that to Stacy and get her to work on that for sure. Yeah. Okay. So where are we? So yeah, I think as I'd love to see a different picture there because it's
Me.
similar to, yeah. Okay. So
Exactly.
together on that, and then this page is your speak to sell talk. So again, having some video in this page. Because this is typically where people will have a 2 or 3 minute video of their story.
You mean as opposed to writing it out?
Both.
Okay.
I mean, basically, the script becomes a story.
Okay.
But in this one about me, it's great big pictures. Where do I have the? Where are they? I should know better than my own. Oh, here they go. Yeah. So these are videos that actually people made about me, rather than me talking about myself, because I don't have one either for myself yet, but they're very good. So if we could get at some point some video, how would we do that? Okay, I'm gonna have to think on that one, how the best way would be to do those together.
Okay.
I was going to say, if I was coming to California soon, I would do it with you, but I'm not going to be in Cali until probably October.
Yep.
Lisa's next event is in LA, by the way.
I'm thinking of going.
You totally should. For $97 or whatever she charges alumni, it'd be totally worth it to get a fresh boost of energy.
Yep.
I don't think they picked a hotel yet, or if they have announced it, but it's LA, so it's not too far for you, right?
No.
So yeah, I'd love. So even if we had some pictures here, because like the story of you and your mom, maybe we have some older pictures of you as a younger girl with your mom and how your mom, received treatments and stuff and what you worked on. It would put some context to the pain, because that's how you started this journey, right?
Right.
So I think do you have any pictures like that?
Yeah, I can look for them. Yeah.
I think that would
be
really
nice.
Good context.
Yeah.
And then we can definitely shrink this box. But this is now your footer, which is like what I have for Lisa, which is what I asked for. But we need it on the homepage as well. So
Okay.
listen to me. But we want to get those logos in here, and we also want to get some Facebook feeds as well. She's put them here. So these are where you share this page to Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So this is a good feed, but we want your feed as well.
Okay.
And then working with you, what obviously you and I have got to talk about is those programs. Because we want to be able to sort of say to people the choices that they have of working with you, rather than, because I don't think we've really got them threshed out yet.
Okay.
So, I mean, what we've tried to do now is when people go to our programs, we've actually given each program a name now and a look and a feel. So you might have, a 5-week boot camp kind of thing, or a group program, or a one-on-one mentoring. So ideally, we want to come up with what working with you looks like.
Okay.
Try and give it a name. Did you ever get that far with Sassy in terms of naming a program?
No.
Okay. So let's work on that. So so typically, I mean, obviously you're still in full-time work with the other, but what, in your mind, what does working with you look like? Well,
I had started to map that out because I was creating a program. So it's where we're starting is that's where the digestion came. And I actually thought that's where we were talking about before. I thought, oh, how about like, let's get gutsy, right? Because actually that's what the beginning is going to be. It's going to be working on your gut. That's where we start.
Yeah.
Right. So it's funny. Kelly's sample and I had kind of flushed out like a little. I didn't know if it was going to be too cheeky or not, but using the words Betsy, we kind of spelled out like G is get real with your food, and
Yeah,
he was
that.
yes, and so that was going to be the basic one, and then the next program into after that first 6 week one was one where we're going to do like more deep dish digestive work.
Yeah. No, we should definitely have that there, because we've even looked at some cartoony drawings of guts and stuff, and this is good, but it's flat. There's too much white space there. So she's just took over the text from what we wrote on the other page, which is fine.
Right, exactly.
But we've got to get your hooky title, if you like.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't eaten today, and I just suddenly realized in my brain.
No, that's okay.
I just worked out with Dirk for an hour too.
Oh my goodness.
So, and I'm on a keto diet now. So.
Okay, how's that working for you?
Works great for me. It absolutely kills Debbie. We did it together in the fall. I dropped 13 pounds and was loving it. It was fantastic. It was easy for me to. She dropped hardly no weight at all. Her skin became terrible. Her knees became terrible, and she just felt terrible. And I said joints hurt. Her psoriasis got way worse.
That's not, and that's why I asked. That's not uncommon, and here's the reason why this is like it's totally sidetracked. But I'm okay with it. The keto diet works for specific people, but unless you have a really good digestive system and you have the ability to metabolize fats, which most people don't know if they do, that's what happens. Is you start to get either bad skin or because you're not breaking that stuff down, and then it's got to come out somewhere, right? And people start to feel like crap, and one of the common symptoms is that they start to develop pain.
Yeah. So she got into a big funk over it, and then we stopped because she was feeding both of us. And I don't cook, just me. It's not that I'm chauvinist. I just don't. I have very little time, and it's not my skill. I was brought up in a family home where my grandmother cooked for us until she died. Then my mum cooked for us, or mum bought pre-made meals all the time. And I got married, and Debbie cooked for me. So I've never cooked. So I've been very spoiled. So once Debbie stopped cooking for me on keto, typically, I mean, the closet for our kitchen is literally the other side of the table. So something like, I'm hungry, I would just go and grab 2 or 3 granola bars and chomp down and keep going. But of course, that's terrible for keto because it's all grains and carbs. So I put it all back on again. I'm so pissed because I was down to like 202, and then last week I was at 215.
Oh, wow.
So I've been on keto again for a week, and I'm down 5 pounds.
Wow.
I can metabolize fat, no trouble. So it's funny, Debbie and I got food poisoning a couple of weeks ago, and we manifested it so differently. I just kept going to the toilet, and it was going through me like there was no tomorrow. Debbie just threw up all over the place, and I didn't feel sick at all. So somehow my body was able to push it out, and her body just couldn't accept it and threw it out. Same meal.
Was that while you were in Europe?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was just a night from hell. But 12 hours and we were over it. But fortunately, we didn't go to the bathroom at the same time because we were in the bathroom. But anyway, yeah, so we know we do things very differently. So Debbie's now working with a naturopath. Sarika, do you remember Sarika?
Yes.
So what Sarika did was she had all of Debbie's blood works done when we were in Palm Springs. And she uses this lab in Germany that microanalyzes blood works, very specifically for perimenopausal women. And then Debbie ended up getting this thick book with exactly what foods she should and shouldn't eat, and how she has to rotate her proteins. And now she can only drink coffee with a meal. She can only eat every 5 hours. And she's down 13 pounds, feeling fantastic.
Oh, that's great.
So it's working, but it's a very unusual, like she can't have garlic. There's a number of things that were typical in our diet that have gone. So, and she's on pumpernickel bread or very deep rye bread with each meal. I couldn't do it. It would drive me nuts, but anyway, it's working for her. So I'm back on my own keto.
There you go.
So anyway, So let's find some pictures of Mom.
Okay.
Really, because this is your speak to sell talk. You know, between the Meet Michele, speak to sell talk, and that, and then when we go to work with me, this is where we bring in the let's get gutsy stuff.
Okay.
Then it's really going to pop out of the page.
Okay.
And we picked some animations, didn't we? That we thought was kind of fun.
We looked at them. We didn't actually
buy them, but
any yet, but we.
I know you were going to show them some people, and some people liked it, and some people didn't. But you bought the website anyway, right?
I did buy a website. Yes.
Yeah, we haven't done.
So if that's the case, if we use that URL, they'll arrive straight on this page.
Mm.
And I love the idea of let's get good. It's like Lisa says, let's get sassy.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So yeah, we definitely bring that in, and then this form is at least this information. See, with me now, if someone wants to work with me, I send them this form, which obviously specific. So, and this goes straight to my email. So this is all marketing goals, but we could come up with a series of questions so that when they go to this form, this is almost like a pre-strategy session qualifier. So right now it's generic, which is exactly what everybody needs to get in touch. But this is more of a contact page form,
right,
rather than a work with me form. So I think what we should do is come up with a whole group of questions that are specific to working with you. Like, do you have problems with your digestion? Do you feel bloated? Are you finding certain foods just not sitting with you and make it irritated? So, and that way we can ask qualified questions. It's like, wow, yeah, actually, yeah, that's me. So if we were able to do those kind of things,
okay,
I think it would really show where you're going with this. It could be, what medication is your doctor? Are you on statins? Are you on anti-cholesterol? Are you on, insulin? And all these things that people are probably on now that they probably don't need to be if they just had a healthy diet. Because we know that in your country, there's a pill for everything.
Yes.
And realistically, good nutrition and exercise will negate most of the pills.
Yep.
So we might even sort of have something like this form is filled in confidence, goes directly to a private server email, which it would. And that way, I think we could use that a lot better. And maybe we have like, the Let Gets Gutsy at the top and some images, and then ideally another picture of you with an iPad or an iPhone and your earbuds in as if you're doing virtual coaching. So, that one with Jennifer Deep Stratton, that really good one. I think, wasn't there one with Sarah Freihecking as well? Let me just see. She had a photo. Albums. Well, maybe you should put it on Facebook.
Is it on our website?
I don't know if it's on the website, but I know I've seen the picture, but I don't know where she put it. Because a lot of your coaching is going to be virtual, right?
Yes.
So we want to have that picture of that virtual. So we got it with our phone there.
Oh, I love that photo.
That's a Stacy picture.
Yeah.
In San Diego. Yeah, she went.
So Stacy did her photos?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I need to get them done. See, that's what I want.
Yeah. So, she's changed it.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit different.
Oh, okay. That's her in the whiteboard, which is awesome.
Did you do her website?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, Lindsay didn't she?
I'm sorry. Yes, we did do her website. We didn't do her photos. Stacy did the photos first, and yes, we've done the site. Yeah. So once we get really good testimonies, then this is her giveaway, which we turned into an ebook. The only difference was this is a $12,000 website.
I understand that. And then, like I said, the one for now is good, as Lisa says, good enough, right?
Exactly.
But eventually, where I want to wind up is.
Yes.
It's where it's very clean and it's me.
We'll do that anyway.
Yeah.
She didn't use it. But there is a picture of her with the earbuds in and her phone in her hand. And I've seen it, but obviously it's not on the site. I thought she was using it for social media, but we don't do a social media. That's what I meant. We just did the website. No, don't have it. I don't think. No. No worries. Anyway, so let's, if you book Stacey, I'll have a long talk to her about what we need, and we'll
Okay.
put that together. She'll know exactly. I'll tell her the same picture that she did for Jen and Sarah, and she'll know what I mean.
Okay.
So then the next piece is the content, which is the blog. So the course that Lindsay's running right now, how's that working for you?
It's good, but like I told Lindsay, here's the thing. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how to put them on. I don't know how to put a blog on. So
that's what Paige is here for to begin with.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. And
okay.
Then, like you can, for now, if you want, you can just write it in Word and email it to me, and then I'll put it up, and then
find the images.
One day we can sit down on Zoom, and then I can go through it with you. So I do that quite a bit. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We'll do those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. We don't pay that in the course because they'll all want it.
Well, yeah.
And it's only a VIP person that gets that, but no, we do that.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, then I
get into the course, understand the type of stories that you should be writing.
Right.
And then, because you did this with
Ice development?
No. Who's been sending you blogs and you've been? Remember when we did it with Phil?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he'd send one every other week, right?
Yeah.
And then he just sends the Word document, a couple of images that he liked.
Yeah.
And then we built it. So just to give you an idea. Oh gosh.
Fiore Group.
Fiore, thank you.
I think it's with an E at the end. I think it's.
Oh, is it?
I think.
It's definitely not that.
Yeah, I think it's this. Yeah.
Okay, so what we were doing with Phil, and he just hired us just to do blogs. So we did tweak his. Oh, he still has it. That's cool.
Yeah, doesn't Lily do them now? No. Okay.
But any one of these kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we have a cover image, which is that, and then all of this text he gave us as a Word document. Page formatted it all, made it great for SEO. He never gave us enough images, but anyway.
Yeah.
That kind of thing we can do for you all the time.
Definitely.
But
okay.
Now just any ideas around that? And then the other piece for this is I want to get that Instagram feed into this. This is prime real estate, so this is exactly what it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going down from there, like on mine. So there's my prime real estate, but then each one of these is an Instagram picture.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we want to be able to get into yours is to start to get some action on the right-hand side, because we're going to have more and more blogs, and that way the social media feed follows through.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't have enough blogs on this at this point. So,
do you know if that's a paid plugin for your Instagram feed, or if it's free?
yes, Lindsay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know Lindsay found the right plugin because the other one kept breaking.
It did. It was annoying. So we'll make sure not to use that.
Yeah. And then the recipe section is cool. So, and that's obviously they're pretty much the blogs anyway. But what we're missing is the next tab, which is the testimonials and test cases.
Yes. So here's the deal. As far as it took me a while, because what I was telling Paige was on my screen, the top ones were all bunched up. That she had actually separated blogs from recipes. Okay, I don't do recipes. I really don't. So I don't know if I will ever use that tab.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we can change that.
Okay.
So maybe we swap that for the testimonials. That would be fine. But
And I have what can we do in terms of testimonials at this point?
I'll get you some.
And we can showcase your mum's story as well, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So, okay, we'll make recipes testimonials then.
Okay. And then, yeah, if you could get photos of people, if you could get permission to use their photos,
Okay.
we prefer that for a testimonial. It just makes it.
Do you support any like Big Brother, Big Sister, or anything like that?
No. I do animals.
That's okay. Because I'd love to be able to do like a giving back piece as well to sort of show you, a bit more context of who you are. So what I did on my site now is that I have this section called Giving Back. And it's not to blow our own horn or anything. It's just to sort of show as a company, what our values are. So these are all organizations that we support. But if you had just one, like whether it's the SPCA or whatever that might be, or a rescue center, having a picture of you, if you volunteered there, or if you volunteered time or services to an organization, just to have something a little bit more holistic to make you and what's important to you.
Oh, I love that idea. Because most people, if you know me, that's a huge part of me. I love dogs. I'm a huge animal lover.
And do you have your own dogs?
I do.
Okay, so we need pictures of you with those for starters, because that's who you are.
Yep.
And then if you work at a shelter or anything like that, or you raise funds, like you went to the Just Like My Child.
Yep.
So we should have a picture of that and a picture of the Just Like My Child charity, because that's cool. And then we've got some gorgeous pictures of you from that.
That's a great idea.
So we could put that one, and then is there a specific shelter, or do you do the, what do they call them now, service dogs?
I do. They're rescue places. So what they do is they go to shelters and they find ones before they kill them, and then they post them online. And then basically what these agencies do is you give money. So we go on the site, and every time they'll go, hey, I found this one. Can anybody, and then we pledge, and then we follow up, and then we, what do you call it? Not foster, but where you give money to people so that they can foster animals. Yeah.
There's this site here. It's local to us, and it's the same thing, but it's for kittens.
Yes.
And
I love that.
It's just genius, and it's exactly that. These are all kittens that need help, and
oh my gosh, we could put that on that page, because like I said, that's like a huge part of who I am.
Yeah, and at one point, I don't know if she's still doing it, because this lady just got divorced or is in the middle of divorce, but she had, here you go, watch live TV. So she has a webcam set up on these kittens, and then you go live, and people actually watch.
So I just created this dope website with Wix. Let me show you how I did it.
Why it's frozen?
Is it?
First.
There you go. So this is a live webcam, and this is all chat live, and then people donate, and she's getting a lot of money sort of all the time by people just following this feed.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
I love that.
That's really cute.
Might be an idea to speak to your people, but she's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars just with this webcam strategy. So yeah, if we could find like a tiny kittens equivalent kind of thing, but this is so cool, so cool. Instead of the video just really captures the top of it. It's very low bandwidth video. It's just genius. But in fact, what was her name? Rosetta. Did you ever meet Rosetta?
No.
Woman? She was a diamond sassy before our time, but her name keeps coming up in group. I was looking at her website yesterday, and she's got this video now of all of her work. And this is just her tribe sort of thing. But this is Rosetta, and obviously once we've got more work of you speaking and doing things, we could create this like home header image, and it could be very cool. I mean, this is she's doing millions of dollars now, But this is her download, but really her downloads around the video.
That is freaking awesome.
Isn't it?
That's really awesome.
I don't know how much you paid for this.
That is like, yeah, that is awesome.
And it's the Happy Black Woman, and that's the name of her website. And then the other lady is what's her name? Dr. Venus has now got the Black Woman Millionaire.
Yes.
They're just. If I had like the Happy White Man, I'd be shot out of the world. But anyway, just saying. But yeah, if we could, I mean,
You'd be called a racist.
it's just hard.
Oh my gosh! But I love that photo right there. I love that.
So when you have your own events and you get these groups of people together, I mean that's Rosetta here. It just shows exactly who works with her, how much they get value out of it, and this is a beautiful site. So yeah, I want to get your footer a bit more deep with this kind of stuff.
You're giving me a ton of ideas now because so my two is dogs in general, but animals, and then travel. So can we use some of my travel photos?
Absolutely, we can.
Because I mean, I've been to the Amazon, Machu Picchu. Yeah, the Galapagos Islands.
Get out of here. So
I love to travel.
Okay, so that needs to be right here. Meet Michelle. And let's just have a whole montage of pictures of what you've done. So Paige did this for me. Where is it? Paige did this for me. Wait for it to come up. So this is just all me speaking. And we made a montage.
Something like that.
But something like that would work.
So if I gave you a bunch of photos, Paige, you could do that?
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, I'll write that down.
Yeah. I was very lucky. I just got a whole pitch. I just got a whole new series of pictures from Lisa from the last Sassy event. She was very kind to, she has this 15-minute slot that you can buy for 20 grand, like a sponsorship.
Right.
And in Vegas, I got it for free. And this time round, she asked me to do it again because it was so successful for her. So I got this whole fantastic photo shoot for free because I spoke on Lisa's stage. I don't know why that's not opening, but I got these incredible pictures from Lisa from the event now.
Right.
And so it's just so kind of her to, they're just so well done. And they're totally me. And, we just got these great pictures now. So anyway, so yeah, if we can get more pictures like that of you traveling, we can plug them into this. Yeah, it'll just get such text. And so you've done a lot of adventure and travel and yeah.
Okay, totally.
Perfect. Okay, so we've done that. We changed the recipes. And then the other thing is, it says working, but we don't have a contact page. No?
Oh, I think that it's kind of both right now.
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we could change the.
So work with. I think we still need to, because everybody goes to the about page and then.
Well, we had a contact page and it just had what was on the bottom of this, and then the rest of it was blank. So we moved it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we just kind of felt like.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. But
okay.
once
but does this work now, Paige? Does this go somewhere?
I just tested it actually, and if you check your normal email, it should go to it. Even though I have it set up at the Michelle at Live Nature's Path, that's where it's meant to send.
So is that where it's going? Is the Michelle at Live Nature's Path?
But that one, it's connected to your normal ATT account right now.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So just go there, but let me know if you don't get it. I'll keep troubleshooting because it's sort of
Yeah, have a look.
yeah.
So I get my question, I guess, is if people are filling out that form, where am I checking? Am I checking the att.net or am I checking the Michelle at Live Nature's Path?
I think just att.net for now, just to, because I just kind of wanted to make things simple so that, but it's up to you.
Yes, I did get it on the ATT.
Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, awesome. Good. So I had to do a little work with that. Okay, so now we know your contact form works, so that's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what we can work on this week then.
Mm-hmm. I also did a quick LinkedIn refresh.
Yeah.
But we can.
We've been spending a ton of time on this privacy thing for Google. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost sucked up a whole week trying to get everything. And we'll do it for your site too.
Well, we gotta
Well, no, it's on mine. It's well, see, because I didn't know that, Jonathan. See, I'm ahead. I through the other organization, through the Coaches Console, they had attorneys. They actually had attorneys who did a presentation on it. So I listened to that, and then they gave me the privacy thing, which I had page linked to there already, and then I guess you changed the opt-in. And then the last phase is I have to change my intake forms that I use with clients. I guess there's something on there that I have to put too. But okay, so this opt-in form page, where does that go? Does that go to MailChimp?
It does, yes.
Okay.
And that gives them the email sequence where they get their freebie. Right?
Yes.
And then the other ones go out every couple of days, like exactly
Right.
as you had it set up before.
Right.
And then I did fix your new client autoresponders as well, but because it's sort of like the trigger for that, you have to kind of manually add them to that workflow, I guess.
Yeah. So when I add them into MailChimp, and then I can just start that autoresponder, right?
Yeah. Like
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So the subscribers one, that's automatic, but when you get a new client, you have to kind of tag them as a new client in MailChimp for them to get all those autoresponders, because that was
Okay.
the way that I can make that work. But yeah, I will.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're good, I think.
Yeah, I think you used a lot of work on that, so that's cool.
Yeah, so
Yay.
Awesome.
making good progress.
Okay. So I have the next 3 days. Is it 3 days? Yes.
Yeah,
I have a lot of work to do. I'm excited. Thank you.
I'm way behind taking payments from you. I just look. We're in March. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
So we've
Okay.
got 3 payments so far, right?
Yeah.
Plus the website. Okay, I need to just keep. Sorry, not on my radar often enough.
That's okay.
Yeah. I got your card, so.
Cool.
And then you're okay to set up your calendar now that we got the email address working and everything.
Yes, I actually I was on the Acuity yesterday,
Okay.
so I'm just now. Should we put a link to that on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once that's all set up, just send me a link and then send me your login info.
Okay.
I'll be able to implement that on your site too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Paige type notes about my critique. So we'll
Yes.
send those notes directly to Andrea, and then I'll do a phone call with her and walk her through that. So.
Okay. Yeah, and again, I want you. So it wasn't like a criticism or anything.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you told us, because that's not typical. I can see what's happened is she's swamped with the chamber stuff, and she's still working for me, not as a favor, but she's struggling to balance. And the only website work she now does is for me. She's not even trying to find clients anymore because I keep her so busy. But this is not usual for her. I know it's not. So
But yeah, we'll just.
yeah, I'll give her a call right now. So.
I'm ready.
And then any blog ideas, just shoot them to this amazing lady.
Okay. She is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I really love to hear that.
No, she's been awesome.
Oh, thank you. That's that makes me feel good.
Yay!
Yeah.
I
All
know.
a team here.
She's been with us two years now.
2 years.
No, I'm excited because I have to tell you, Jonathan, because like after I talked to GoDaddy, whenever that was, and then I was like starting to have like a little mini, because I'm thinking I'm losing my job in 5 months and I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to talk to Jonathan. It'll be fine.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So
This made me feel a lot better.
What's the politics at State Farm like now? Is it good?
Politics as far as, you mean working there? It's awful. It's awful. And that's hard too, because now I'm just so disconnected from it, obviously because I have something else I'm doing, but because I think I told you, like they are laying off people left and right. and people who knew they had jobs, like I knew my office was closing, so it's not a surprise. I'm just grateful we've been there as long as we have. But there's people who took long-term jobs and moved to these other locations in Phoenix and Dallas and Atlanta, and they got there and like 3-4 months later, they laid them off. So people move their families and they're getting laid off, and so people are freaking out because if you're in like my age and your age bracket, like we're not that far apart in age. Okay, a lot of people thought I'm going to retire here, and some people are this close to retiring and getting laid off. So I'm just grateful that I have something else, and but it's really hard to be there every day because it's so negative.
Wow.
That sounds like a
Well,
nightmare.
well, make sure you're hitting the ground running when you leave.
All right, so I will get busy.
All right, my darling.
All right, thank you.
Great to see you. Have a
Okay.
great long weekend.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.